to the BetAdvisor. Hello and welcome to the BetAdvisor Over Under Show, episode number 2. Oh, we got some noise in the background. Someone's noisy. We've got a special guest star with us today. Not only do we have Jason. Say hello, Jason. Hello, Jason.
Hello.
All right, do you want to say hello? Hello. Jason, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. It's terrible line. It's really crackly.
Yeah, there's a lot of noise in the background, and that might be coming from Natalie's end. Natalie, our special guest from SBR. Can you hear me?
Is that my fault? Is it all that noise?
I think it might be, yeah.
How's it now?
Well, we'll see how it goes. How are you doing, Natalie?
I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Yeah, going well at the minute.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good after last week's win.
Yeah, I bet. I hear you won last week, Stuart.
I did. I managed to get one more right than Jason. So it wasn't exactly a big win, but it did manage to make me a little bit of profit. So I was happy with that. Jason, how did you feel? Let's rub it in a bit more.
Yeah, I got beaten.
Yeah, Natalie, I can actually still hear the speakers in the background there, just in case you want to do something about it.
Yeah, we've just turned them off actually, and we've moved it over to headphones.
Oh, headphones are great. I love a pair of headphones. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go through the rules for the show again. This is the BetAdvisor Over Under Show, episode number 2. And just like last week, what we're going to do is we're going to go through the individual matches one at a time. We're going to start off with the first match and finish with the last one on Monday. So that sounds good. We're going to have, I've actually noted down the order in which people are going this time. Okay, so there will be no confusion about in which order they're going. Okay, so all you have to do is say over or under. If you have any other bets, if you have any information you want to give out, then let us know. I will mark down and then we'll see who wins and we'll put that information out next week. Does that sound good?
Sounds good. Is there a prize for the winner, Stuart?
Is there a prize? You will get my undying gratitude for showing up and doing well. How's that sound? We are looking to get some guests on in the future, and if we have some guests, then we might get a free month or something.
Okay, wonderful.
All right. Now, everybody does have to give an over or under response. You cannot say, I don't know. Okay. It's a pregnant or not pregnant question, to quote a good friend of mine. You cannot. It's like being offside or not offside. It's like you can't be half pregnant, you can't be half offside, and you can't give a half answer. So we are going to get started. We're going to get started with West Ham against Man City. Now, looking at the odds here, West Ham are 6.12 to win, 4.37 for the draw, and 1.54 for a Manchester City win, which is fairly reasonable odds for Man City, I think, there. Looking at the injuries, there are some players who are out. Andy Carroll is back in training indefinitely, but he's going to be missing this one. Players who could make it back, Guy Demel, Ricardo Vazte, and Mauro Zarate, all of those could make it back for West Ham. For Man City, Frank Lampard's out after he got that hamstring injury against Spurs, and Samir Nasri is also out. So I'm up first, and over-under, for me, I'm going for an over. I think this game will go over 2.5 goals. Jason, you're up second.
Yeah, but I'm going over as well.
You're going over as well?
I'm over as well.
You're over as well. Any reason why?
I am indeed. Yeah, I would say both teams are in the top tiers of the scorers in the league right now for scoring. City scored an average of 2.5 goals on the road, and West Ham have managed an average of 1.5 at home. So I think we're easily going to see the over 2.5 goals in this match.
There you go. That's pretty much my reasoning as well. I'm not a big fan of the West Ham defence. I think they can be a little bit leaky, and I think Man City are a pretty phenomenal side going forward. So over 2.5 goals looks pretty easy to me. Right, okay, so moving swiftly on, we've got... Oh, no, hang on, we want the odds, don't we?
Do you want the odds?
Of course I want the odds. Come on, Jason, what are the odds?
Okay, well, the overs is 1.58 at Pinnacle.
1.58, okay.
Under, yeah, and the under is 2.52 again at Pinnacle.
Okay.
The best odds.
Okay, so the next match is Liverpool against Hull, and this is one of the matches that we previewed for the SBR videos this week. Isn't that right, Natalie?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, and so we're going to have a quick look at that one. Liverpool against Hull. Liverpool, they're missing Jesus Fernando Saez, John Flanagan with a knee injury, and Daniel Sturridge with a calf injury. They do have Mamadou Sakho, who may come back into this one. Hull are missing Michael Dawson, so although I said on the video he'd struggle, it really will look like he'll struggle because he won't even be on the pitch. They're also missing both of their first-choice goalkeepers, Steve Harper and Alan McGregor, so that could be interesting. Nikica Jelavic, Andrew Robertson, and Robert Snodgrass are all going to miss this match, and Tom Huddleston is doubtful. First up on this one is Jason Mills. Jason, our Premiership statistics expert. What do you reckon?
I'm going over.
You're going over? Okay.
Yep.
Natalie, our guest for today, special guest. What do you reckon?
I'm also going over actually. My tip for this match, which we previewed just yesterday, is Liverpool -1.5 on the Asian handicap line. I also like both teams to score, and I like the Liverpool win, so that puts me the over 2.5 goals there. So it's over for me. Yeah,
I think I was on Liverpool -1.5 as well. So I think we are all agreed actually, because so far we've 100% agreement, because I'm also on the over on this one. Okay, so moving on. Oh no, scores, odds. Give us the odds.
Okay, over 1.65 a bet Victor.
Okay.
And under is 2.44 at Pinnacle.
Ooh, good odds on the under.
Actually, I would just really give out the odds that we're picking, don't I? Really?
No, give out both, so people will know.
Give out both. All right.
Yeah.
Be generous.
Okay, so now Southampton against Stoke. Right. Southampton are missing Sam Gallagher and Lloyd Esgrove, both of whom may make it, but they're both youngsters, so not really that important. Jay Rodriguez and James Ward-Prowse are both likely to miss it. Well, both definitely will miss it, and both of those are first-team players, so they're going to be missed. Philip Bardsley might miss this game for Stoke. He's got a back injury, but Peter Odemwingie and Glenn Whelan definitely will miss this game. So what are the odds for this one? Let's see. We've got 1.61 for a Southampton win, 3.88 for the draw, and 6.02. 6.02, that's huge for Stoke. So first up is Natalie on this one. Natalie, over or under?
Well, I'm gonna say following Southampton's 8-0 victory playing Sunderland, I think it's hard to back the under here for this match. I'm obviously not expecting the same amount of goals, but I am expecting the over 2.5 goals in this match. And right now, Southampton are the second highest goal scorers below Chelsea. So again, it's the over 2.5 goals for me.
Yeah, again, I'm with you. I'm with the over simply because they've got Graziano Pelle, who's doing extremely well, and they look like they're going to score in every single game right now. I think Stoke might get a goal, but I also think Southampton are going to win this one. So it could be a 2-1 or a 3-1. So definitely over the 2.5 for me.
Mm-hmm.
Jason Mills, Premiership expert.
Over for me as well.
Oh, it's going to be a bit of a whitewash this one, isn't it?
Oh, going to win. All agreed.
Well, if it's a draw, then the prize goes to charity. So they get my undying gratitude for doing well. What are the odds on that one?
Get to pick who it goes to.
Yeah, of course we can. Jason, what are the odds on that one?
Sorry, hold on. Oh, you threw me there. So, Pinnacle 2 overs 2.01 at Pinnacle. Good odds there, because that's we're actually going into bookies there.
And the under? What have we got for the under?
1.95 for the under, so it's right on a knife edge. The bookies don't know which way to go on that one. So 1.95 for the under, 2.01 for the over.
Okay, so next up is the second video we did from the Premier League is with SBR. That's Sunderland against Arsenal. So this is another one we talked about earlier on in the week. The odds for this one: Sunderland 4.93 for a win, 3.73 for the draw, and there's 1.74 for an Arsenal win. I think I said in the video that was a fairly generous set of odds for Arsenal, and I think I'll be back in that. They do have a lot of injuries though, so if we just go through the injury list, Sunderland are definitely missing 3 players: Sebastian Coates, Emmanuel Giaccherini, and Ricardo Alvarez. Whereas Arsenal are missing Mathieu Debuchy, Diaby, Olivier Giroud, Laurent Koscielny, David Ospina, Mesut Ozil, Yaya Sanogo, Theo Walcott, and Jack Wilshere, who's on a 1-match ban, and Serge Gnabry is unfit, so he's unlikely to make this game as well. So that's a lot of injuries there. I'm actually going to go for the under on this one. I think it's going to go under 2.5. I'm up first. Under 2.5 because I think Sunderland are going to try and do their very, very best to make sure they don't get spanked like they did in the last game. Arsenal have a lot of injuries. I think they're going to put outside to go out and win the game, but I'm not expecting it to be an over game. Jason, what do you reckon?
I'm going over.
Oh, we have a difference of opinion.
Yeah, difference. I said on the SBR that I thought Arsenal would keep a clean sheet. So that means that they've got to win 3-0, I'm afraid. So, but I'm still going for overs.
That's quite a lot to ask from Arsenal now, I think. But okay, yeah. Natalie.
With injuries as well.
Yeah, Natalie. What do you reckon?
Stuart, actually, I am going for the under. I think I am going for the clean sheet. I do think that Sunderland will try and bounce back from their 8-0 thrashing last weekend. And with Arsenal's injuries right now, I can see them scoring 2 goals, and I think it's the under. It's a sort of a 2-0 scoreline I'm looking at here, and also obviously the Arsenal win, which I think is fantastic odds here, 1.74.
Yeah, I think a brilliant set of odds.
And for me,
I think we all agreed we don't really see Arsenal conceding a goal in this one either, do we?
No, it's going to be
no. Okay. So,
what
are the odds on that one, Jason? Odds?
The odds are 1.92 for the over at Matchbook and 2.06 at Pinnacle for the under. So, funnily enough, the over is the favourite.
Means to against the bookies here.
Against the bookies.
Not the first time. Not the first time. I went against the bookies a few times last week, and I won. Let's go rub that in a bit more. Okay, so on to the next game. West Brom against Crystal Palace. So the odds for West Brom are 1.89. It's 3.48 for the draw and 4.39 for a Crystal Palace win. Injuries. Jonas Olsen is definitely going to miss this game for West Brom, and Claudio Jakob is also out. Sylvestre Varela may make a return from a groin injury, but that's still unsure. Crystal Palace, Damien Delaney's out with a 1-match ban. Scott Dann and James MacArthur might make it. Jason, you're up first on this one. Over or under?
I'm going over.
You go over?
I'm going over.
Yeah. Natalie?
I'm going over, yes. I think West Brom are good scorers at home. I think Crystal Palace are a feisty team. I think they'll find the back of the net. And I also think that both teams need the goals right now, and I think they're going to focus on their offensive play in this match. And I think we're going to see goals. The over 2.5 is for me.
See, I'm actually under. I'm on the under. So I'm way away from you two today. I don't see this as being a goal-heavy game. I don't see Crystal Palace being particularly high scorers. West Brom, they are good. They are a good side, but I don't see Crystal Palace being easy to beat in this one. I can see a 1-0 win to West Brom maybe. So I'm disagreeing with you two. Jason, what are the odds?
Stuart, you are with the bookies. You're 1.82 for the under.
Okay.
And me and Natalie, 2.16. That's really good odds there.
That's a pretty good set of odds. Yeah.
2.16.
Okay, so last of Saturday's games, we're showing now looking at the Swansea against Leicester game. Odds on this one: 1.9 for a Swansea win, 3.58 for the draw, and 4.19 for a Leicester win. Swansea do have a small number of injuries. Leon Britton, Rory Donnelly, and Dwight Tiendali are all going to miss this one. Ashley Richards might make it. Touch and go on that one, I think. Leicester have Matthew Upson, who's definitely missing this one with a foot injury. Natalie, you're up first. What do you reckon?
I am going for the under 2.5 goals. I think Leicester are having trouble finding the back of the net on the road. They've only scored 1 goal so far this season. I don't think I'm expecting to see a goal from them. And I think the Swans are also going through a rough patch right now. Failed to score against Sunderland, and they managed a single goal when they visited Britannia Stadium last weekend. And I think the most we can see from them is about 2 goals. So I'm probably looking at a 1-0, 2-0 victory, and I'm going with the under 2.5 goals.
Yeah, I was looking at the press surrounding them, and teams that get a lot of press don't tend to do brilliantly well unless they're an extremely good side. I'm with you on the under. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. Jason, Premiership expert, what do you reckon?
I am going over.
You're going up, so you're disagreeing with us.
Contrary to the two of you there, yeah.
Okay, and who's got the odds? Who's got the best odds here?
Over is favourite, actually. It's 1.91.
Okay.
William Hill. And the under is 2.09 at Matchbook. It's good odds there.
Yeah, it's not great. We've had better.
Well, it's close, isn't it? It's on the knife edge again. There's quite a few matches that are very close.
That could mean the bookies have no idea what's going on there, just being guided by the market. Okay, so moving on to Sunday games. We have Burnley against Everton. Burnley are missing Stephen Reed, Matthew Taylor and Sam Vokes, and the wonderful Dean Marnie might make it. How long can we keep this going? Everton are missing 4 players guaranteed: Aruna Kone, Kevin Morales, Brian Oviedo and John Stones. They're all going to miss this match. Odds for this one: 4.49 for the Burnley win, 3.6 for the draw, and 1.84 for an Everton win. I'm up first. I can see Burnley trying to keep this one tight. I can see them not trying to score too many. I don't see them getting too much out of Everton. I see this game going under. Jason, you are up second.
I'm going over.
You're going over. The numbers are giving us an over. And is Natalie going to go over or under on this one?
I am agreeing with you, Stuart. I'm going with the under in this one. Burnley favourites to be relegated. I think they find it hard to pocket. They find it hard to pocket a goal right now, and they just aren't winning. Obviously, they did manage a goal in their last home match, playing West Ham, and Everton, who have conceded the second most goals in the league right now. So you could argue both teams will score, but I'm going with my instincts. I'm going to say the under here, especially as I think Everton will be fatigued from their Europa League away match just yesterday. So the under for me.
Didn't have a long way to go, though, did they? Just a little trip over the front, so it wasn't too bad, I think.
A little trip, and they had to pack their bag, and, leave country, and they come back again. I'm going to go with the under, though.
Okay, packing their bags nowadays, Premiership football is like a little vanity purse they tuck under their arm, isn't it? Everything else gets taken care of for them. All right, Jason, give us the odds.
They couldn't be closer. Over is 1.98. Under is 1.99.
Oh,
so close.
That is extremely close. So no one has any idea, really, do they? So no. Okay, so
just us.
Just us. Yeah, we got our own ideas, but we disagree. All right. So another team that were in Europa League action and did slightly better than Everton. Tottenham are up against Newcastle. Tottenham are at home. Again, they also played in home in midweek as well. Tottenham are going to be missing these 2 fullbacks and a central defender. So they're going to be missing Kyle Walker and Kyle Norton. And they're also going to be missing Federico Fazio, who's got a 1-match ban after his red card last weekend. Newcastle have a much longer list of injuries. They've got Rolando Aarons, Adam Campbell, Siem de Jong, Jonas Gutierrez, Sami Amiobi, Davide Santon all missing. And 3 players who might make it: Papis Demba-Cisse, Emmanuel Riviere, and Torquay legend Mike Williamson. He's got a chance of getting it back as well. So odds on this one: Tottenham are 1.75 for a win. It's 3.78 for the draw, and 4.78 if you fancy Newcastle to get an away win on this one. Jason, you're up first.
I am going over.
You're going over. Okay.
I can see goals.
Natalie, what do you reckon?
I think this is a tricky one. I think we could be looking at a 2-0 or a 2-1 to Spurs. Obviously, both key teams are conceding a lot of goals. I'm also leaning towards both teams to score, so I'm going to lean towards the over 2.5 goals in this match. And plus, I think this could be a bit of a revenge match for Newcastle, obviously, who were beaten by Spurs in February, 4-0. So I think the over 2.5 goals for me.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think this one's going over. I'm not a brilliant fan of Newcastle, and I am a big fan of Tottenham. I think everyone knows that. But Newcastle, at times, they've got a bit of hoodoo over Spurs, and I remember a few games where they've picked up unlikely wins, shall we say. So, I wouldn't be averse putting a little bit of money on them for a win on that one. What are the odds? Jason?
The odds are a bit more decided on this one. Over is clearly the favourite, 1.81.
Okay.
And under is 2.2.
So we're all agreed on the over on that one. We're all with the bookies as well.
We're all with the bookies, we all agree.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Okay, so now probably one of the more intriguing matches of the weekend, Manchester United against Chelsea. Manchester United, players that make it, they've got 3 of them. Johnny Evans, Jesse Lingard, who's a youth player, and Valencia, who picked up a knock against West Brom, but he might make it. They are definitely missing Wayne Rooney, who's banned. Chelsea, Cesar Azpilicueta, I think that's how you pronounce his name, is banned. Diego Costa spent a little bit of time in hospital this week with an illness. John Obi Mikel is a maybe. Ramirez is a maybe. Loic Remy is definitely out. And Andre Schürrle is a maybe. Who's up first? I think it's Natalie. So, Natalie, put you on the spot. What do you reckon?
Again, this is a tough one again to predict, I think. Obviously, Chelsea come from a great 6-0 victory playing Maribor in the Champions League. Last meeting at Stamford Bridge ended 3-1 to the Blues. And I think it would be wrong to bet against both teams' scoring ability. And the fact that Man U is still trying to tighten their defence, I think we're going to see goals. I'm going with the over 2.5 goals in this match.
Okay. I'm up next, and I see it a little bit differently. I think that Jose Mourinho is a very, very good player at getting what he wants from a game. I think he's going to be looking at this one and wanting a tight game, 1-by-1 goals. So I'm going for the under. Jason, Premiership expert, statistic genius. What do the numbers say?
Going under.
You're going under.
I agree with Stuart on this one.
Okay, so the odds on this one, you're out on your own. Odds on this one. It's actually probably one of the tightest games of the week, this one. It's 2.87 for a Manchester United win, 3.42 for a draw, and 2.47 for a Chelsea win. So that one might be figuring in my selections this week, I have to say.
Who can you see winning this one? Are you guys brave enough to play the winner's market here?
I think I'll be going for Chelsea on that one. Chelsea, probably a 1-0 win. I just see them getting a tight draw, getting a game out of this one, getting the game that they want, and getting the 3 points. So, what are the odds on that one in terms of the over-under?
The over is 1.94. The under is 2.02. So again, very close.
Quite close, but we're going against the bookies, you and I, Jason. So
Natalie is on with the bookies.
I'm going with the bookies.
Yeah, that could be a good thing for you.
Makes me feel a bit more confident now.
Okay, so we're moving on to the last game of the weekend, which is actually Monday night's game, and I don't know how many people are going to be interested in one if you're not a fan of the two sides. QPR against Aston Villa. Could be a little bit drab as far as I can see. Odds on this one. QPR 2.34 for a win, 3.21 for a draw, and 3.25 for an Aston Villa win. I'm really surprised by the odds on Aston Villa there. I think that's quite a long way out. And we look at the injuries. There's a number of injuries on the QPR side, but also some of those players might make it back. If we go for the players who are definitely out, Jordan Much has got a hamstring injury, and Alejandro Faulin, you got to really feel sorry for this guy. He's got another cruciate ligament injury. I think that's his third one in the space of about 3 or 4 years. Coming back, Joey Barton might make it back from hamstring injury. Nedum Nua might make it back from hamstring injury, and the beast Sandro, he's had a knock, but he's back in training and he might make this one. Aston Villa, Nathan Baker, Fabian Delph, and Libor Kozak are all out, and Philippe Senderos might make it. So we're going to go through the over-unders on this one. See, I haven't actually made my mind up on this one. I'm going to go for it right now. Under or over, I'm saying an under game. I don't see either side really going for it too much. I don't see it being an exciting game. And I think it's going to be a bit drab. So a 1-0 or 2-0 win for Aston Villa, I think. Jason, what do you reckon?
I'm going under.
You're going under as well. So the numbers are with me. Ooh. Okay. And Natalie?
Well, it looks like I stand alone again on this one. I'm going for the over 2.5 goals. Last meeting ended 3-2 to Aston Villa. I am going for a Villa win here. And if you look at sort of QPR's last 5 matches here, every team has managed to get at least 2 goals in their net. But obviously then you combine that with Aston Villa's last 4 matches and they haven't scored. So I think that's what kind of makes it like a little bit tricky. But I can see goals in this match. I think it's going to be surprising. I think Aston Villa are going to win, and I think we're going to see goals from either side, and I'm going to go for the over 2.5 goals.
Well, I probably am going to be watching this match, so I will be nice to be surprised and astounded if
Yeah.
if it's
I think we
an
will.
entertaining one. I have to say, you can feel it in your bones. That's good. Okay, so we've got a number of selections here where we've disagreed. There's a couple. We started out right at the start. We all felt really good. Oh yeah, give us the odds. Give us the odds.
I'll give you the odds. Well, the over is 2.33.
Yeah.
And the under is 1.7.
Oh, so we're with the bookies.
We are with the bookies.
Natalie could win that one all on her own.
Doesn't fill me with confidence now.
No, that's about the third most distinct separation, if that makes sense.
So Natalie, that'd be a good one to win, wouldn't it?
So maybe don't follow my tip on this one then. Unless it comes through, then everybody should have done.
Yeah, absolutely. You'll be crowing on that one next time, I'm sure. Okay, so we started out pretty strong. The first 3 games, I think we all agreed they were all going over. Then there was some disagreement. Sunderland, Arsenal. Natalie and I went for an under, or Jason went for an over. So Jason disagreed with us. Then I was the one disagreeing, as Jason and Natalie went for the over, and I went for the under in the West Brom Crystal Palace game. Swansea against Leicester. The overall opinion was this one was going to go under, but Jason disagreed with his over selection. Same thing in Burnley against Everton. Jason thought this one would go over, and the rest of us thought it would be an under. So that one could be fun to watch. Tottenham against Newcastle, we all thought that would be a goal-heavy game, so we've all gone over. 2 out of 3 of us went for a under game in the Manchester United against Chelsea, and only Natalie went for the over. And the same thing was repeated in the last game of the weekend, QPR Aston Villa. Only Natalie went for the over. The rest of us went for the under. So should be an interesting weekend. We're expecting a reasonable number of goals, I think. But we said that last week, and I think we got it. Jason, what are you up for this week? What are you going to be keeping your eye on this weekend?
Well, obviously the Man United Chelsea match is going to be a good one to watch.
Yeah.
On Sunday, I'll try and watch that one. There's some really good matches this week. Some really good exciting matches. I think Sunderland Arsenal will be a good one to watch as well if we can get to see that. Looking forward to those.
We've also got in La Liga, we've got El Clasico, which
I knew you were going to mention that. Yeah, I believe that one was covered in a video somewhere. So yeah,
that's right.
So yeah, if anybody's interested in checking out the SBR videos with Natalie.
We went for different picks, didn't we, Stuart?
We did.
You went for Real Madrid, I went for Barcelona.
It was a tough one. I think I actually shied away from that, but you forced me into it. Yeah, I think I went for a Real Madrid win on that one.
I forced you, exactly.
Forced me, yeah. I was pushed.
They did well against Liverpool, didn't they?
They did very well against Liverpool.
Yeah, 3-0.
Yeah. And Luka Modric in the press said that they let them off a bit in the second half. They decided to go easy, so it could have been a lot more. All right, so thank you everybody for coming. Yeah, thank you everybody for coming, and we will see what the results are next week. Natalie, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me.
And Jason, thank you for your time. I know it's very precious to you.
Welcome, it's fun. Enjoy.
All right, and we shall do this again. We'll be doing this next week, and hopefully, Natalie, we can get you on the show again sometime in the future.
Of course, it would be a pleasure.
All right, have a good night, everybody.
All right, cheers, guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.